Hey everyone, Eric Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I will be doing a book review on S.K Thomas's The Pawned Queen. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my other book reviews, here's why I have a copy of the book cover on a piece of paper. The author, S.K Thomas, was very nice to send me a copy of her book through my email, and since I don't know how to upload images on my webcam just yet, I just resort to this method. So anyway, back to the book. First of all, I would like to say not only is this a great book, but it's a real easy read. And I'm not saying that because the author writes so simple. Well, that is actually a really good technique because sometimes authors, they like to sound smarter than they are, and so they use big words that really don't fit well with the story or the situation, the particular situation that it's in. But S.K. Thomas actually wrote this real easy, so so that everyone can read, and it's actually a real enjoyable story. And there's actually a couple of other things that I like about the book too. But before I get into that, let me just explain the basic main idea about the book, which actually centers around a young woman named Melissa who moves to the city to begin her own life, which sounds real traditional, and stories about young women. They move to a city to start their new life, and she meets people. She befriends people. Her new best friend, his name is Alice, and she falls in love with this one guy named John. And then as the story goes on, her friend Alice actually goes missing, and her husband Max is a little well, I'm not going to reveal his real role in her disappearance. Well, maybe I just did, but it's not the traditional husband kidnaps wife. It's well, anyway, basically he looks a little suspicious, so she goes her her boyfriend John for help, and then he suggests his friend Jack, who's a private detective, and and he starts investigating, and he actually, in the end, or close to the end, he actually asks Melissa to aid in the investigation by using her as bait. Now where does that lead to? Well, I'm not going to say anymore because, as I said, it's a really great book, and it's also a real easy read, and it's worth the read. It's actually not that long either, so it gets right to the point of everything. But the other thing that I like about this book is also S.K. Thomas actually uses a lot of flashbacks, and in which she gives us like the motivations of why certain characters do things, and I really like that. It kind of reminded me of that movie Once Upon a Time in America, whereas the movie whereas the whereas the story was being told, it would go into the past and sometimes even into the future to reveal, like why this character did this, or why this character did that, or why this happened. Now, there's no flash forwards into the future in this book. It's all flashbacks. But I like how S.K. Thomas flowed the current events along with the flashbacks. But you do have to pay attention. So, I did say it's a real easy read, but only if you're paying attention. If you're reading a little bit and you're drifting away, well, then it's going to be hard. So as long as you pay tension, you will be entertained by S.K. Thomas's The Pawned Queen. So I hope you guys get this book. It's available on Amazon or anywhere else, and I hope to see you all at the bookstore or the iBookstore.